Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiret Nastapráyeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttamasloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistaki Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangam Langayate Girim Yatkripa Tamaham Vande Shri Guru Dina Tarinam Chaitanyamishwaram ओम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा। दंडवत प्रणाम ऑल डिवोटीज। थैंक यू फॉर ज्वाइनिंग Bhagavatam discussion. So we are doing a review of chapter 16. Maybe devotees who are speaking, if they can keep your camera on, would be great, so that everybody can see. So who's going to start? Please keep your camera on. So
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, I am going to.
yes, is it possible to keep the camera on, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Namaskar, Prabhuji. Shall I start, Prabhuji?
Yes, Mataji, start.
Sutra Goswami to Saunaka Rishis. Canto 1, chapter 16, from 1 to 6. Text 1 to 6 is mine.
You can bring the camera a little down. If face is, okay. Space is not showing. Okay, thank you, Mataji. Thank you.
Okay.
Others also be ready to keep the camera on. I know you are at the home dress. Maybe if you want to keep. Okay, go ahead, sir. Go ahead, Mataji.
Something I have prepared, Prabhuji. If there is any mistakes, please correct me.
No mistakes in Bhagavatam.
Okay, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Maharaja Parikshit ruled the world under the instructions of the great Brahmanas. He ruled with all good qualities, as told by the expert astrologers at the time of his birth itself. And some of those qualities which he had. He developed all qualities being a devotee of the Lord. Devotion helped him develop all good qualities. He was well versed in devotional science, and so he was able to convert all to become devotees. So from this, so the conversion to devotees, so he was the devotee of the first order. So he did that great job. No, so he was the devotee of the first order. He was Maha Bhagavata, and he would consult his and get advices from great sages or brahmanas on execution of state administration. They would advise him the rules and regulations from the Vedic literature, which were flawless. His council of advisors were great sages or brahmanas of the first order, and they are self-realized souls also. They were Samadarshis, equal to all, both men and animal. They know the secret of how to be happy now and ever. They know the mission of human life also. They would give right directions to the king, and king would execute it perfectly to the welfare of the state. Thus, Maharaja Parikshit was an ideal king, and everyone was happy under his regime. Text 2. King Parikshit married the daughter of King Uttara. his maternal uncle, King Uttara. And he begot 4 sons. And the first one is Janmejaya. King Parikshit married Iravati, daughter of King Uttara, and she was the cousin. And in those time, in that Vedic system, Gotra is more important. The girl and boy should be in different Gotras. So as per the system, the marriage went on. And Janmejaya had, he was one of the Rajarishi king, and he begot 2 sons, Nyatanika and Shankukarna. His younger brothers were Shrutasena, Ugrasena, Bhimasena too. And then he performed more sacrifices at Kurukshetra war site. He invaded Takchala to avenge the curse on his father. He performed Sarpa Yajna to kill the race serpents, including Takshaka, which bit his father. Out of request from demigods, he changed his decision to kill the snakes. Instead, he rewarded properly to everyone who were present there. And Mahamuni Vyasadeva also present there to that event. And he narrated the history of Battle of Kurukshetra to him. Later, Vaishambhayana Rishi also narrated Mahabharata to him. Janamejayana's desire at that time was to see his father again. So sage Vyasadeva fulfilled his wish by presenting his father before him. So the text 2 ends here, text 3. Maharaja Parikshit selected Kripacharya, son of Sharatwan, as his spiritual master for guidance, and did 3 Ashwamedha Yaga yajnas, that is horse sacrifices, on the banks of river Ganga. The king spent lavishly in that yagas, and to those who were presented there, he rewarded heavily to all who were presented there. And he made everyone happy by that. Even demigods visited to earth from heaven to attend these yaga yajnas, and they were visible to all who were present there. It is very important part in this. So the demigods were also visible. The importance of spiritual guru is well explained here. Even for a king like Maharaja Parikshit, there was a need for spiritual master. Means, what about us? And then the progress in spiritual life is only with guru. So this thing we should be very, very careful about. The spiritual master must be bona fide, and one who wants to have self-realization must approach and take shelter of a bona fide spiritual master to achieve real success. It is given here. That is very, very true. And text 4. It is about the Maharaja Parikshit's Digvijaya. Once Maharaja Parikshit was on Digvijaya, she wanted to conquer the world. Maharaja Parikshit's Digvijaya was not for his increasing his power. He was already an emperor of the world. He went out to see how things were going on in his kingdom. The king, being the representative of the Lord, he has to execute the will of the Lord perfectly. As soon as he saw the lower class Sudra man dressed in king's attire hurting the legs of a cow and bull, he immediately arrested and punished that Sudra, who is Kali. About cow and Brahmanas here. Cow and Brahmanas are most valuable to Hindu Vedic Dharma, and they should not be hurted or insulted on any account. Cow protection is needed for the advancement of Brahmanical culture and maintaining the human civilization. Milk contains all necessary nutrients, things. to sustain our body conditions for our higher elevation in spirituality. And about Kali. Kali represents mismanagement and quarrel. So the root cause for mismanagement is ignorance, mode of ignorance. Men with ignorance sure hurt cow and brahmanas. To stop all this, Parikshit Maharaj arrested and punished Kali. So he identified that and he punished Kali. So here the text 4 ends and text 5. Saunaka Rishi is asking, why did Maharaja Parikshit punish the Sudra dressed as a king and struck the cow on leg? So it was very clear that the rishis were surprised on Maharaja Parikshit for punishing the Sudra instead of killing him. But the rishis said that all incidents which happened, if it relates to Krishna, please explain about it. But this shows that hearing about a Sudra striking her or hurting the cow was not at all interesting to them. Their only interest is knowing and hearing about the Krishna, about the topics of Krishna. In Bhagavatam, so many topics are related to Krishna. Krishna only, like sociology, economics, politics and culture, everything relates to Krishna. So they all related to Sri Krishna. Since they all relates to Krishna, Bhagavatam is the only worth thing to hearing. Because Krishna is a purifier, his relationship is the best medicine to us. And then text 6, the devotees are used to or accustomed to the taste of licking honey from the lotus feet of the Lord. Lord Krishna and his devotees are both equally good. They both are on the same transcendental plane. And here the battle of Kurukshetra is full of war, politics, and everything happened on the war relates to Krishna only. Hence, Bhagavad Gita, the product of the war, is adored all over the world. And then here in this, the activities of the Pandavas and topics deals with Parikshit Maharaj relates to Lord Krishna. Both relates to Lord Krishna only. And anything related to Krishna is transcendental, and pure devotees are very much interested in listening and reading them. So it is a must to know Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. As human beings, our living time is very short. So it is our prime duty that time should not be wasted on anything. Krishna is residing in Goloka. Lord Krishna's feet is very beautiful, like a lotus flower. It is said he has a lotus feet. The living being is eternal also, and the living being should thrive to reach that abode. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you, Mataji. So nicely summarized. Yeah. Who is next?
We have done a very small one. Hare Krishna. Pranams.
Is it possible to the camera on? Is it okay? I mean, if it's okay with you, I'm not forcing you. It's up to you. I know at home maybe, I don't know what situation, but if it's okay with you, otherwise okay, go ahead. No problem.
No, there is some problem with my video, Prabhuji. It's not happening.
Okay, no problem.
Cannot start video, it says.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
And I have to check. This is happening since many days.
Okay.
Parikshita's reign, during his reign, the earth was flourishing, and all the forms of dharma, the four legs of dharma, like austerity, cleanliness, mercy, and truthfulness, and all these were intact. But however, with the arrival of Kali Yuga, this pillars of Dharma began to weaken. And here in the verses, Earth is depicted as cow and Dharma as a bull. Cow, that is the earth, appears to be in the distress state and mourning the decline of the Dharma. The bull is standing on one leg, that is truth, symbolizing the degraded state of Dharma. King Parikshit, he sees all these things happening. He also sees the men of low class killing and beating them mercilessly. Then he immediately prepares to punish the offender. This symbolizes protecting the innocent and upholding or giving the importance to Dharma as the king's duty. Human beings during Kali Yuga are very, they are very, they are not understanding. They do not, they are very, they are less intelligent. They do not understand the real value of human life. Then we think so as human beings, as we got the human life, we should learn how to use this precious life in the devotion of in the devotional service. That's it, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Krishna, thank you, Mataji. Nice. Okay, next block.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Pranam. Prabhu.
Hi, Dandat Pranam. I have been allocated slokas from 13th to 18th, Prabhuji.
Okay.
And fortunately or unfortunately, I have not attended exactly on those days classes. I have compiled on my own.
Okay.
Maharaja 13th to 15th one said that Maharaja Parikshit have been a great emperor. He ruled the entire world. Wherever Parikshit Maharaja visited, people celebrated to highlight the glories of his ancestors, keeping Supreme Lord and his relationship in limelight. Especially Parikshit Maharaja have been completely informed how Supreme Lord Krishna protected in the womb of his mother from powerful weapon of Ashwatthama's Brahmastra or Narayanastra and its high temperature heat. The glorious relationship of Yudhishthira and Arjuna and all his ancestors with Supreme Lord have been pleasing and complete satisfaction to the great emperor, Maharaja Parikshit. Supreme Lord Krishna and his unallied devotees can never be separated. Here, anyone can understand when Supreme Lord Krishna assumes protection of his pure devotees, his protection is beyond anyone's imagination and ultimate. Paritranaya sadhunam. The Lord descends to execute his mission. The Lord descends to execute his mission. The welcome addresses are comprising of actual facts and true in nature of past times happening entangled Supreme Lord Krishna. Whereas present day public functions are full of flattering lies. And now the text is 16. Lord Krishna is everything to the unallied devotees like Pandavas, friend, philosopher, guru, guide, servant, messenger, protector, everything. Maharaja Parikshit exactly sensitized transcendental reciprocation of feelings of his devotees, one who can understand them this in truth can become eligible to go back home, back to Godhead, and attain salvation. The absolute transcendental attitude of Pandavas in relation with Supreme Lord Krishna enabled them to emerge as successful, pure devotees of Lord and achieve salvation. Text 17. Now one can listen to the happenings of wonders happened subsequent upon good occupations of his forefathers. Text 18. Text 17, no translation, Prabhuji. No purport, only translation. Then text 18, Dharma in the form of bull, earth in the form of cow. When the animals are joyful mood, the whole world is in joyfulness. Agriculture yields are fulfilling the complete food requirement for human society. Due to advancement of Kali Yuga, these animals are sent for slaughterhouse. Brahmanical culture is destroyed. The whole society of humankind is to undergo unexplainable, horrifying happenings. People live always in distress. By cultivating and spreading Brahmanical culture and qualities, the human society can achieve real civilization and lead happy, integrated environment with nature and fellow human beings. Protection of animals, especially cows and bulls, are emphasized for the glorifulness of society. This much I have understood, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you so much. Who else next?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
For me, text 116 to 24 is given.
Okay.
So, first I will tell what is the key points I have prepared. First is the lamentation of the earth. So, in this, the symbolic mourning for the loss of the divine protection is given, and the personification of the Dharma and earth. So, in this, Dharma is classified as a bull and earth as a cow, which symbolizes the interconnectedness of the principles on the planet. And next is the departure of Krishna, which denotes the the moral decay of the religious principles. And due to which, after Krishna leaves, there is a decline of the religious practices. So the loss of the dharma in this, the three legs are lost. In this, the decline of the religious practices leads to the various problems on the earth. Krishna was present, the earth was fully protected, and once he had left the earth, there was a voidity in this one. So, due to which the consequences of the religions happened. So, this is the adverse effect of the religion is the exploitation and neglect of the sacrificial offerings and the natural calamities that happened. And the time is considered to be the major influence that can diminish even the very prosperous states. So the entire consolidation of these slokas in this Mother Earth is symbolized as the cow, and her grief over degradation of the dharma and the sufferings of all the living beings in the absence of Krishna. she mourns that although the Lord, who is the protector of the righteous and destroyer of the evil, once walked her surface, walked on her face. She has now departed, and the absence is due to the absence. It is a lot of irreligious things happened. And Mother Earth recalls when the Krishna was present on the earth, all her burdens were lightened, and it was decorated with the lotus footprints of the Lord. And everybody were blessed by the great sages and the demigods, and they were eager to witness the pastimes. But after the departure of Krishna, all the unrighteousness and the religious things started happening. And with reference to Lord Krishna's transcendental qualities, his divine qualities are acknowledged, and the great were acknowledged by the great beings like Brahma and Shiva. They cannot fully understand him. Despite the pain, the earth, the Mother Earth, she avoids blaming anyone directly for her suffering, highlighting her humility and tolerance. Right, Krishna Prabhuji. That's it. I can take out.
Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you so much. Yeah. Who next?
Archana Mataji, 25 to 30 Mataji.
Mataji, are you there?
Hello.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Mataji, you prepared anything?
Hello.
Hare Krishna, are you prepared anything? I think not able to hear. Others able to hear me?
Yes, Prabhuji, we are able to hear you.
Okay, then Archana Mataji, go ahead. She says yes.
Okay.
How to unmute? I'm not getting it.
You are
You're unmuted, Mataji. We are able to hear you.
Acha, okay. I was not getting that unmute button. Yeah.
Okay, no issues. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Mataji. I've just made some points, Prabhuji. For me, allocated verses was from 31st to 36. So in verse 31, Mother Earth was saying, the explanation was between the human life and the demigods and men and sages and the devotees of the Lord. And the explanation about varnashrams and varnashram. So God created varnashram dharma to develop animal consciousness into human consciousness and from human consciousness to godliness consciousness. So in the age of Kali, persons qualified as Brahmana is called as Shudra, and Shudra by qualification is called as Brahmana, which is a false birthright claim. So real qualification of Brahmana explained is to control the mind and senses and to cultivate tolerance and then simplicity, cleanliness, knowledge and truthfulness, devotion and faith in Vedic wisdoms. So Mother Earth was represented as cow, was lamenting the regrettable condition. Now in verse 32 and 33, here the example, here it is explained about the importance of the lotus feet of the Lord. So Lakshmi Devi ji gave up her own abode and engaged herself in the service of the lotus feet of the Lord. So Mother Earth is decorated, which is the sign of the lotus feet of the Lord, which has the impressions of the flag, then thunderbolt, elephant driving rod, and lotus flower. So the
this is all stamped on the dust. Due to this, the whole earth was made as a perfect place. Due to the Lord's presence on the earth, we were favored with his causeless mercy and be happy having all the necessities of life. So again, we can always be with the Lord. As we are, how we can be associated is with the attachment to the as we are attached to his devotional service by hearing, chanting, remembering, and also we should be linked with him by offenseless service and by the transcendental sound representation of the Lord's holy name. And Lord's holy name and the Lord himself are same. And it is one who chants his name in offenseless manner realizes the Lord is present before him, and offenseless chanting of the holy name of the Lord is as auspicious as Lord himself. So by chanting his holy name of the Lord, we can be immune from all the effects of Kali. Regarding verse 34, yeah, it was explained about the Mother Earth's, about the war and how Mother Earth is burdened by the war and how Lord incarnates to vanish the unwanted asuras and establish the true principles of religion. And in last verses, it was mentioned about the separations from the personality of Godhead. And Mother Earth explains, the earth feelings of separation where therefore was more acute. And the last verse where it specifies that while the earth and the personality of religion were engaged in conversation, the saintly King Parikshit reached the shore of Saraswati river. This was the end of the text, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji. I could make only this
Hare
much.
Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Who is next?
Done, Prabhuji.
All 36 then, huh?
Uh,
Anybody else? Any points to add? No? Okay. Sumit Prabhu, anyone? Any points to add?
No, Prabhuji.
Okay. So then we'll stop here. So tomorrow we'll continue with the new chapter. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhya patitana pavanebhyo vaishnavibhyo namo namo ananta koti vaishnav vrinda ki jai Grantaraj Bhagavatam ki jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.